Every system starts clean, but over time shortcuts accumulate and structure erodes. In this video we look at two of the most common architectural anti-patterns, big ball of mud and God object. What causes them, how to spot them, and what you can do before they become impossible to untangle. Architecture rarely collapses in one dramatic moment. It erodes gradually. A boundary skipped here, a responsibility added there, a refactor deferred until it is forgotten. Anti-patterns are the names we give to the recognizable shapes that this erosion produces. Naming them matters because you cannot fix something you cannot describe, and you cannot prevent something you cannot recognize. Picture two failing restaurants. In the first, the kitchen has no organization. Utensils, receipts, and food all share the same surface, so touching anything risks breaking something else. In the second, a single all-powerful chef makes every decision personally, creating a bottleneck that the whole operation depends on. These two images map directly onto the two anti-patterns we are studying. Structurally, these two anti-patterns look different, but both destroy clean architecture. In a big ball of mud, every module can reach every other module and every piece of data. There are no enforced boundaries, so the whole code base becomes one tangled mass. In a God object, boundaries technically exist, but one component has absorbed so many responsibilities that everything else depends on it and cannot function independently. The real cost of these patterns surfaces when you try to change something. Modify a rule buried inside a big ball of mud and you trigger a cascade. Because modules are coupled without clear contracts, the change ripples unpredictably through the system. In a God object architecture, every change to that central component forces you to retest every satellite that depends on it. The bigger the system grows, the more expensive any single change becomes. These two anti-patterns create different kinds of pain. A big ball of mud has no structure at all, coupling is everywhere, and ownership is nowhere, so no change is safe, and no module can be tested alone. A God object looks more structured, but all roads lead to one component that does too much. It becomes a deployment bottleneck, a testing nightmare, and a single point of failure. Neither is acceptable in a system that needs to evolve. The moment you recognize an anti-pattern is the moment you can start reversing it. For a big ball of mud, the first move is drawing explicit boundaries, decide which modules own which data, and enforce that ownership. For a God object, identify the distinct responsibilities that have been bundled together and split them along lines of cohesion. In both cases, the work is incremental. Find one clean seam, extract it, stabilize it, then repeat. To sum up, architectural anti-patterns are not random failures. They are recognizable shapes that appear when structure is deferred. The big ball of mud has no boundaries at all. The God object collapses all boundaries into one. Both grow under the same pressures. Deadlines, unclear ownership, and skipped refactoring. Naming them is the first step. Refactoring them one clear seam at a time is how you restore a healthy architecture.